You have fallen in love, and it is beautiful. You just can't wait to start your life with this person. But you have to go through Pops first.
It's like going through that one bridge troll who's like, give me a riddle or you shall not pass.
So if you weren't listening a couple of seconds ago, we'll bring our producer Jackson back on just to tell you that he's about to go to his girlfriend's dad and say, hey, you know what? I'd like your blessing on this whole relationship marriage thing because I want to marry your daughter. So let's just play worst case scenario here. Is there anybody listening who has a significant other, or you've been the father-in-law or the dad? Your significant other goes to your dad and says, hey, I want to spend the rest of my life with the most amazing woman on the planet, your daughter. And your parents went, no, we just don't think it's a good idea. Nope. How did you handle that? How did it go? 1-855-BERT Show. Is there any fear that could happen?
No, but I feel like you're trying to plant that in my head. That's going to happen.
There wasn't until now.
No.
Knowing what you know about her parents, what do you think worst case scenario is for you? Like maybe they give you the blessing, but if it is going to go awry, like in what way would that happen?
I think if there was a lack of enthusiasm, I would read way too deeply into that and spiral kind of out of control. So, but I can't imagine that happening. But I would need there to be like an excitement level from them.
Worst case scenario would definitely be them asking you how much for you to disappear.
I can't be bought.
I would love to hear these scenarios if they exist, man. 1-855-BERT Show. Hey, Jeff, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Thank you for calling. Okay, were you the one that got turned down?
No, I was the future father-in-law.
All right. Oh, paint a beautiful picture for us.
All right. This guy wanted to spend his life with my daughter, and I didn't see it happening. And they dated for a while, and then, they got close and all that, and things were looking good from their perspective. And my wife was like, oh, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. So it'll all work out fine. And they came to the house for the weekend, and which they had on several times. And then my wife and my daughter decided to go take a walk at like at 10 o'clock at night on a summer night and left me at the house with this kid. Jackson, I am that worst nightmare.
I can hear it. It sounds like it. Yeah.
So he's looking at me, I'm sitting there reading a book or something. He looks over, I hear this, excuse me, sir? I'm like, okay, I know where this is going, And so he asked, he pops the question, like, a traditional question. And I looked at him and I said, I'll tell you what, let me think about it. And that was on Friday night. I let them squirm until Sunday. And then finally, on Sunday afternoon, he and I took a walk. And I said, hey, let me tell you this. Let's pencil it in. Don't ink it in, but pencil it in. But let me tell you what I want from a son-in-law. And I just started discussing with him what I expected him to do, because he, like you, Jackson, he didn't come out and say, I'm here to protect your daughter. I'm here to be here for your daughter. He was just asking the question because he thought he should.
Okay.
So like I said, we had a heart-to-heart talk. They got, we said, okay, he came up with some decent examples of what he thought he could do. Like I said, we said, okay, we had the marriage. It lasted 2 years, and he said goodbye.
Wow. So you knew in your gut that this thing wasn't going to last?
And never in my life have I said, I told you so. Mm-hmm. But there it is.
Until right now. Until right now, publicly in front of dozens of listeners.
Got that moment.
All right, so if you were going to give Jackson some advice going into the weekend, even though it really does appear that it's going to be fine, but the presentation really is what he's more worried about than anything else, what is your advice?
Well, I say just be yourself. Be yourself and tell him that you love her, and tell him, why you're there. Like Mo was saying earlier, that show them what you can do for their daughter, and take that burden off of them.
Yeah, I like that. I guess there needs to be a level of sincerity involved and not just the formality of the ask.
Yeah, if you have to plan your sincerity, it's not going to go well.
Exactly.
All right, Jeff, thanks a lot for calling. Appreciate it. Normally, I would say that advice also, be yourself, but knowing you, I'd say try something else.
I'll wear a mask.
Hey, Darren, good morning. You're on the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. Is it Darien?
Yes.
Okay, what's going on, man?
So actually, my dad knew my father-in-law before my mom did. Or sorry, my dad knew his father-in-law before my mom did.
Mm-hmm.
And when they had finally met, my grandfather actually told him no before he even had a chance to ask.
Wow.
Before you even get
He
to
was
it.
like, no, you will not marry my daughter.
So this guy says something like, hey, I've got a question to run by you. And even before he gets that out, he's like, just don't.
No, they started dating, and he's like, yeah, you will not marry my daughter.
Oh,
Wow.
Just making that clear.
You got ahead of that
like,
one.
Too bad.
He was getting ahead of it. So he ends up going and they get married anyway. Did the marriage and
Yeah.
did it last?
Yeah, they're still together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Gramps was
I
wrong.
Stuck it out.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, that's something.
Good morning, Dalton. Dalton, you're part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Great. Thank you.
So I am a friend of the dad who got rejected.
Mhm.
So my friend's boyfriend came to the house. I was over the house chilling with the dad because I didn't really grow up with a dad. The dad kind of became my dad. So it was a nice little Sunday morning on Sunday morning, and they came in, right? The dude came in, and he wanted to say, "Hey, can I speak to you privately?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys do your thing." So I just go into the other room, but he says, "Actually, Dalton, come here," because I guess he had already tried to ask the question. So he said, "Dalton, come here." So he was like, "Go ahead and tell me what you just asked me." He tried the question, and I was like, "Okay, well, go ahead." So the dad goes, let me see if you got it what it takes, right? So I say about maybe 2 hours later, he made the boyfriend sing a song in front of the whole family.
Stop playing.
This dude is making it tough, man.
And honestly, and I'm gonna tell you this, Mo, you might relate to this.
Mm-hmm.
He was an Outcast. You want to know what Outcast song he made him sing?
Which one?
It was from The Love Below. He made him play Happy Valentine's Day.
Nah.
What is it about that
He
song?
made him sing.
Because if you would be embarrassed trying to sing that unless you really like that, and I'm assuming that was the dad's purpose to embarrass him.
Exactly.
That's funny. That's funny. I wonder if the dad would have respected it more if he just said, "No, I'm not doing that."
Probably so. I mean, because the dad. I'm the friend, so he cool with me. But I don't know. Maybe he just didn't like the boyfriend or whatever it is. I mean, I would say like the dad has caught the boyfriend doing like some shady stuff, not illegal, but just some shady stuff going on with him and his daughter. But me and the daughter, we've been friends ever since like grade school. So
How did it all play out?
dude broke up with her 2 months later.
This ain't worth it.
Dad got what he wanted, man.
it
Dad
worked.
totally got what he wanted. All right, appreciate you calling. Thank you.
That's funny.
The Bert Show.